Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And I am super excited because this is a Chelsea versus Leeds preview. And I'm joined by Leeds fan Kagey. Kagey, thank you so much for hopping on the channel. Big fan of yours. How's it going?
Yeah, it's lovely to be here, man. Good to talk some football. And yeah, Chelsea Leeds in the situations we're both in. It's going to be very, very interesting Saturday.
Yeah, there's a lot to play for both sides, and we'll get into that. And I do want to take a look at Leeds' form going into this game because they had a really big win over Southampton, which was massive for the relegation battle. So talk us through how that game went. Did you expect Leeds to win this game? Were they dominant throughout the match? What were the keys going into that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's quite funny, isn't it? Because Southampton came to your place, I think, the week before and beat you 1-0. But the way they played us over the weekend, the previous game, they came for a draw. They came for a draw, and they weren't really doing anything with attacking note. So we was dominant, but without creating a lot of chances because we couldn't break them down until we eventually did, of course. And I think their first real good shot was James Ward-Prowse from range, like near the end of the game. So it was a controlled performance. We needed that under Javi Gracia, obviously our new coach. Our performances have looked more controlled in a very small sample size we've seen him. So it's making us look a lot better, not so frantic, and that's what we need at this point in time.
Yeah, and I think that it's key as well, maybe mentality wise, like knowing that you have that win that you're going off of. And I thought versus Fulham in the FA Cup midweek, I actually thought that Leeds maybe were almost the better side in that match. I was looking at, I felt that you had a lot of opportunities in that game. I think hit the post or were close
Yeah.
a couple of times, and it was just like, how has the ball not got into the back of the net? So were you surprised with the way that that game went down?
Yeah, I mean, well, not surprised, not by this season. I mean, it's kind of the story of our season where we create a lot of chances, but our conversion rate just isn't as good, and we are missing Rodrigo. You know, he has up until this season, he hasn't been anything worthy of note, but this season he has been putting the ball in the net, and we have missed him very, very much. It's nice to see Jorginho get a run out, and I'm hoping he gets a start against you guys as well. He needs that, as you saw in the game against Fulham. He was a constant threat. Bamford isn't it. He just isn't it. So yeah, the quicker Rodrigo comes back for us, the better. And Sinister as well. He's a key player. We don't know if he's going to be back because another thing that Javi Gracia likes to do is not give out team information, which I do like. Our previous two coaches gave out too much information. So it will be interesting to see how we line up against you guys as well.
And how are you feeling going into the Chelsea match? Because obviously you beat Chelsea in the reverse fixture. I think it was like 3-0 or
Yeah.
something like that. So are you expecting more of the same? What do you think was key in the reverse fixture for Leeds that you're hoping that they replicate in this game versus Chelsea?
Well, if you could put Mendy back in goal and you give us another gift again, well, we'll take
He's
it.
injured.
But no, I mean that day, I mean, I was actually there for that game, thankfully, and it was just a perfect performance. Once we got that first goal by Brendan Aronson when he dispossessed Mendy, it was all us. We was just all over that game, and I don't expect it to be the same. I know you're not in the greatest of form, but you still have quality players, even with Thiago Silva out. So I'm hoping it's going to be a tight game. Both teams, I think, are going to be pretty cautious because neither of us can afford a defeat. So I expect it to be a bit, pardon the pun, cagey in that one. So I expect it to be a close game without a lot of goals because both teams are quite anemic in front of goal these days.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because whenever I think of Leeds, I think of goals, and I feel like whenever we've played Leeds, it tends to be more of a high scoring game.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is going to be the key in this match? Where do you think it's going to be won and lost?
Most definitely midfield. Midfield is going to be absolutely key. It was against Southampton and it will be again. We're hoping that Max Verber is back in defence because him and Robin Koch have built a good partnership together. But of course, with our midfield of McKennie, Adams, and Rucker, if it's going to be those three or just McKennie and Adams, they're big battlers in there for us. And in a game where you guys will be a bit nervy, a bit tense, the ground is going to be a bit tense as well. The Chelsea fans, they're going to be key to set the tempo for us. So yeah, most definitely midfield.
And who do you think's the key player for both sides? You know that I'm a big McKinney fan and Tyler Adams fan. Them both being Americans, I just have a soft spot for them. And I also think that they're just such talented players and real leaders for at least for the US men's national team. They speak very, very well. They bring a lot of fighting spirit and you really can tell like when they're on the pitch versus when they're not. So would you say that those are maybe your two key players? Is there somebody else? And if you had to pick somebody from Chelsea, who would you say is the key player for them?
Yeah, I mean, listen, McKennie and Adams, you can tell what they bring. McKennie at the moment has been a bit shackled because we need him to sit a little bit, whereas his best role is box to box. That is his strength, and we've seen that in Champions League games when he's played in that tournament. So, yeah, they're absolutely key for us. Tyler Adams is, for me, our captain. You know, I don't look at our captain and think you're the leader. It's Tyler Adams quite clearly on and off the pitch. He's just a great ambassador for the club and obviously country. Another key player for us will be Willie Nanto. So you'll have to look
Mhm.
out for him. He's been a bit subdued in the last couple of games because teams have started to double up on him now. So it's about trying to get him released and unlocked again. For you guys, obviously Thiago Silva, who's out injured, he's obviously still a Rolls Royce of a defender. But of course, Reece James, who I like very very much. I think he's just a brilliant player. And because we was in the Championship at the time, I saw him do what he did for Wigan on loan, and
Oh
knew he was going to
wow.
make. Yeah, I knew he was going to make the step up from there. So it's good to see that he's turned into that. But hopefully, we keep him quiet on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure like how Chelsea are going to line up to be honest with you because
Yeah,
the games that we've played the best so far this season have been a back three slash back five. That was the formation that we played versus AC Milan, both home and away, and those were probably some of our best performances of the season. And now we've hatched the back four, and for a couple of games there, we were keeping the clean sheet. So I was like, okay, I don't mind so much that we're not scoring goals because we're keeping the clean sheets. But
yeah,
the fact that now we're not keeping clean sheets or scoring goals, I'm thinking
yeah.
should maybe Chelsea revert to a back three slash five? Or is the future of the team going a different way and it just is going to revert us even more? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the craziest stat I heard about Chelsea was that you've only scored 6 goals since November 6th. I mean, that is unbelievable.
There was a World Cup like in between.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
mean, I mean, what is it? 2 wins in 16. I mean, those are our kind of stats, and we're down the bottom of the table. So thankfully, Tuchel got you enough points just before he exited the door. Um, but yeah, I mean, Chelsea for me at the moment, because of the whole thing with Potter and the division there with some fans. I mean, some of your Chelsea fans tell me they want us to win, so it's one step closer for Potter to go in. I mean,
no,
I don't say that. I don't make the rules. That's what they tell me. So yeah, I mean, it's just a mixed bag, isn't it, at the moment? Graham Potter is still trying to find his best 11. He's trying to find a system that works with all the players that he's got because the talent is there for Chelsea. You've got the talent. João Felix, um, and what's his name? Mudrick, who's
Madrid
still
as
trying to
well.
make an impact. Yeah. Chilwell as well, a good player when he's fit. You've got the talent level there. It's just about getting the right combination. And if the Graham Potter is the right man going forward, I guess we'll find out in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I think like, you mentioned the combination of players, and I think that that's something that maybe a lot of Chelsea fans might have underestimated because we bought all of these players, and on paper they're all fantastic players, but then you have players that are coming from different leagues that speak different languages. They're coming mid-season. They have to get used to the Premier League, which we know can take a year just to adapt to.
Yeah.
And they're all young players as well. It's not like it's these super experienced players that are coming into the mix. And I think like in an ideal world, you would just snap your fingers and everything works. And we're just seeing that it looks like a disjointed team, but for me, that I don't want to say it's expected, but I can understand it. I do want to see progress, which is something that we haven't really been seeing. I thought I saw it versus Dortmund away, and then versus Southampton and Spurs, it just felt like we've kind of regressed a little bit again.
Yeah.
So It's a bit frustrating. I'm gonna be at the game. I think I told you. I don't know what what to expect going into
Well,
this
well,
match.
one player that does enjoy playing against Leeds, obviously apart from the 3-0 loss that you suffered, is Mason Mount, and that stems from when he was on loan at Derby, and he just seems to love playing against Leeds United. So maybe he'll get a start and we'll be up for this game as well.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like playing players who knows what it means to play against Leeds.
Yeah,
And I personally think like Chelsea Leeds or Leeds Chelsea is always one of the most entertaining fixtures of the Premier League. I just feel like there's always drama, there's always something that happens in this match. And going into the game, obviously Chelsea need a win to break their rotten form, and Leeds are battling relegation. And Chelsea's recent form has actually shown like we're in the bottom half of the table, like 16th, 17th, 18th stats wise in terms of how we've been doing the past couple of weeks.
yeah.
So who do you think needs a win more?
Oh, definitely us. At least you're in mid-table safety. You know, the thing with us is that we're in this mini league at the bottom of the table where it seems like one week other teams around us win, then the next week we'll get a good point or a win, very rare, but then they'll lose and we're right back where we were. So for me, it's definitely Leeds that need the win the most because at least you're temp still or around there, aren't you? So you're safe from you're safe from relegation. So we need the points more. For
You know,
Graham Potter though, he needs the points more.
yeah. There's some Chelsea fans asking me, "Are we gonna get relegated?" I was like, "I really don't think, like, I really don't think that could be in the cards. Like, truly, I would be shocked
Yeah.
if we were anywhere close to that." And who do you think might be, um, like the game changer in this game? It comes down to one player on either side.
Oh man. Well, for Chelsea, Mason Mount, if he gets a start, for us, could be Jorginho, could be
He
our new
looks
striker.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's due a goal, and he should have got a goal against Fulham. It was ruled off for a very soft decision for me. So yeah, I think that he'll be looking to get on the score sheet, and he'll be hungry to do well.
He got into some really good positions versus Fulham, and I thought that he was really unlucky not to get a goal.
Yeah,
And I think the thing that Chelsea fans should be worried about is even though Leeds lost versus Fulham, I really felt that you created a lot and that you did have quite a few opportunities. In so like be weary because we know what happens with Leeds. What's your score prediction going into this match?
well, it's been in my mind all week, so I'm gonna have to stick with it, and it's a 1-0 win to Leeds.
Ooh, I honestly could not tell you which way this game is going to go because sometimes I'm feeling like maybe we're just gonna win 3-0. Maybe Leeds will win 3-0. Maybe it'll be a super low scoring game and be like a
Mm,
1-1. But I do think that it is a really important game for Graham Potter because we've lost versus Spurs now, Leeds, Dortmund. It's a really important run of form, and this could potentially be make or break.
yeah,
Um, Before I let you go, I have to ask you about your interview with Tyler Adams because I'm
yeah.
such a fan. How was it to have him on your channel?
Yeah, I mean, he's one that I've wanted to speak to for a while, and thankfully, Leeds United and Tyler Adams granted it. And you got to think as well, at the time when we had that conversation, we had just played the worst game of our season versus Everton, where everybody was bad, everyone. So they didn't have to grant it at that time, and I think that kind of game shows the kind of character that Tyler Adams has got, coming out fighting, saying we're going to be fine, we're going to get up the table. They've got full belief and you believe him, man. When he talks, you listen to him, and he was like that off air too. He was very defiant in that he believes in the team, but it was just great to have him on. He's a great talker, great representative of the club, and of course USA. So yeah, it was an honor to get him on. Absolutely,
I loved that interview. It was so well done. So massive congrats to you
thank
on
you.
that, of course. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this Chelsea versus Leeds preview. It's definitely going to be a thriller. I'm actually traveling to London to go watch this game and be on Chelsea Match Day Live and do some like pitch side content or something. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna be like stalking out to see if I can see Tyler Adams and Weston McKinney.
Brendan Aronson, he's there too. Brendan Aronson.
And Brendan Aronson, yeah. It's there's a lot of Americans in the Premier League now, like Tareem as well at Fulham.
Anthony Robinson, if you
Robinson,
count
I
him.
think he like grew up in England, but he plays for USA,
Yeah.
Pulisic as well. There's a lot. But thank you so much, KG, for coming on the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at KG Vision on everything: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. That's my channel, that's my platform, and that's where you can find me in the main.
Amazing. So I'll have KG tagged in this video and his socials in the description box. So make sure to follow him. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to sub to the channel as well. And I have like so much exciting content coming up this weekend since I'll be in London. Hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time you're watching this. And until next time, I'm out. Bye.